Hi guys. Haven't made a video in a while. It's been pretty hard with the pain lately. But I wanted to make a video explaining some benefits that you might have if you're on state insurance or Medicaid that you might not know that you have. So starting out, one of the first things I wanted to point out was most states will have either, they can get you a ride, they can give you bus fare, or they will pay you mileage. They pay, currently in Wisconsin, it's 24 cents a mile. So what you have to do is, it's different with every state, but in Wisconsin, you have to contact your Medicaid transport company. So MTM is for Wisconsin here. And I believe they also do Michigan, because I've worked with them before in Michigan. And what they do is you contact them and you let them know what you want to do. So do you need a ride? Which if you're disabled, they will usually give you a ride instead of giving you bus fare, because you know it's hard to get on the bus and off the bus, and you know, the tickets and trying to get that all the schedule all figured out. If you have like difficulty with mobility or difficulty like understanding schedules and things like that, you can get your doctor to sign off where they give you rides instead of bus fare. Now, if you drive, I would do the mileage reimbursement, because 24 cents a mile does add up. For example, I'm getting almost $60 back because I had to drive about an hour and a half out of my way to go to this one doctor. And then what you do is you just fill out this form, and then every time you go to the doctor, you just have the person at the front desk just sign stating that you were there. And then you just fill this out. As long as the oldest one is no more than 60 days old, then you should be fine. So if you go to the doctor a lot, if not, just turn it in every about 60 days or so. And they just pay you for going to your doctors. The second thing I wanted to talk about was you can contact your insurance company, whether it's Medicaid or not, and you can ask them for help finding a doctor. They have to call these doctors' offices and be sure that they are taking patients, that they accept your insurance, you know, how much, what the weight is. They figure all that out for you. You just call them up on the phone, tell them, hey, I'm looking for a neurologist, the closest neurologist to me that takes this insurance. Can you help me find one? And they will go through it with you on the phone. Do you want a female? Do you want a male? This is how far away they are. And then they will actually just like put you on hold, call the office. They're going to be sure your insurance works out, that they have openings and how long the schedule is for, and they can just transfer you right over to make an appointment if you find the correct doctor. All you have to do is call, and they will help you with all of that. They will do all of it for you. You also, if you don't feel like you're getting care that's adequate, you can actually report that to your insurance company as well. That's something that they want to know. They want to know that your doctors are not practicing malpractice, you're not, having malpractice, and they want to know that you're getting better, because they don't want to keep paying for emergency room visits and ambulances, and they don't want to pay for these specialists. They want you to get better. So if your doctor's not doing their job and there's no other doctor around you, you can tell your insurance company that this doctor is not doing their job, and they can actually do an investigation. If it's something that's not what they want to do, you can tell them this doctor is not working out, and they can help you find a different doctor. You don't have to see a doctor you don't like. That is like my biggest advice. A lot of times you have to suck it up and be with the doctor you don't like because of the convenience, for example, the location, or their schedule is more convenient because they have more openings. Things like that is something you want to keep in mind, but you do not have to stay with a doctor you do not like. You are the patient. You are the customer. It is your right to get the best experience out of what you're paying for. Even if you're on Medicaid and you don't pay for your appointments, that's still your time. You're paying with your time, and somebody is paying it with their taxes. You are going to pay it in the future when you get better and back on your feet and you start paying taxes. You're going to pay for the next person to have Medicaid. So you're going to want that. You're going to want to know that your doctors are doing the best for you. And if they're not, go to a different one. Now, I'm not saying if you don't like the diagnosis, if you don't like the treatment, go to a different doctor. What I'm saying is if you don't like their attitude and you tell them, hey, you know, I don't feel like you're doing the best you can right now, and they won't do anything about it, go to a different doctor. That's it. You are the customer. That front office staff getting rude with you, ask for the manager. But don't be ridiculous. Don't yell at them and then be like, I want your manager. But if the office staff is like, we have no openings, so there's nothing I can help you with, and they're just being like rude, like, I mean, yeah, you could just say, okay, fine, and go to the next place because you don't want to deal with them, because even if you do complain, they're not going to get fired. They're going to be there when you go to your doctor's appointment. So make sure that it's a clinic that you like. Make sure that you speak up for yourself. Make sure that you get all the benefits that come from your insurance. Getting paid for rides is just one. There's going to be a lot more that I talk about as well. But my basic thing about this spiel is that don't wait for others to help you. Help yourself. Get those resources. Get a different doctor. Find support groups that are dealing with what you're dealing with, and ask them what doctors they're going to, what experiences they've had, what is a bad experience, what is a good experience. Sometimes when I look back as well, I remember some experiences that I've had with doctors earlier in my diagnosis. I thought they were terrible doctors. There was no way. But really, they were just giving me really bad news, and they were trying to give it to me as nicely as they could with my diagnoses. And I see that now, but I feel like I still would have moved on from them, because if they're not able to just give me my diagnosis straight the way it is and tell me what the treatment options are straight the way it is, that's not a doctor that I want to deal with, because I'm not messing around with my health. So I don't want them to mess around with my health for me, because I'm not doing it and I don't want them to do it. So that's basically it. Just kind of my little spiel there. I wanted to talk about how you can get paid to go to the doctor, and how just you're the customer. These insurance companies, you're the customer of the insurance company. You're the customer of the doctors. So advocate like you're the customer. That's basically what I'm saying. Anyways, thanks for listening to my rant. I hope everyone's having a good day, and peace out.